Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been away from making actual videos for a while, and honestly I feel like I've been processing a lot, I've been releasing a lot, realizing a lot, actualizing a lot. And what I've recognized is that there's a lot of past pain that had been and has been holding me back. I've been so caught up on my past and what didn't happen and what did happen that I haven't been able to move forward in a way that is progressive, completely, that is completely aligned, that is fully on board. I've been one foot in, one foot out. And it has caused and made apparent to me this inner conflict of I say I want to move forward, but then I don't move forward. I say I want to move forward, but then I'm afraid to fully dive into this new life, to fully accept who I am now, that I've changed, my growth. You don't really recognize your relationship to change and growth, or that it has a negative connotation to it until you find yourself resisting your growth and you find yourself resisting the changes that you've made, and you find yourself kind of in this back and forth. And that's what I found myself in. And Source, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, but for me, God, all of those, but God has really just been, putting me on pause and aligning me with the shadow work and the self-reflection of recognizing how much I've grown and where I am in the present moment. And you'll resonate with this if you resonate with this, but a lot of times it can be very hard to let go of the past. It can be very hard to accept what didn't happen and what did happen. Especially when what did happen was done so carelessly, and I was betrayed so many times, and I felt like I was so harmed and hurt and backstabbed by so many different people, my family, my friends, ex-lovers. And so it really all just was weighing on me. It just felt like I was carrying burdens that weren't mine. I was carrying emotional responsibility that doesn't belong to me. Still afraid to change and grow because of what other people will think from my past, or because of who I'll leave behind, or what needs to be severed, or what's going to be the fallout from that, when really the fallout is the fallout. Surrender is what I really needed to and have needed to understand. And I'm still learning and growing every single day, so I won't sit here and say I've surrendered, I've completely let go, I've completely jumped in, because that would be not true. But I definitely have come more into alignment, and by alignment I mean I've come more into a space where I am lining up to what it is I actually want and who I actually am in this present moment, and really integrating the growth that I've made and the changes and the strides that I have gone through. I've been on this journey for almost 6 years now. It'll be 6 years in April. And, it's been one of the most trying and hard and up and down, roller coaster, unexplainable journeys of my life. I've never experienced anything like this. And, I live with my mom, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, psychologically, I've been doing everything alone. My social media, my presence, I've been creating on my own. I've been doing this solo. And, the very people who have turned their back against me and backstabbed me have left me alone to carry it, right? They left me alone after they backstabbed me. They left me alone to figure it out. They left me alone to fend for myself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, psychologically. After, hurting me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, psychologically. A lot of these people did not want to see me win, did not want to see me succeed, did not want to see me happy, did not want to see me grow and change, become who I really am. Because they knew that in that I would be separated. And I also was realizing, like I mentioned in the beginning, I knew that too. And that's why I was kind of afraid to move forward, because, we have these attachments and we have these addictions to people and addictions to negative thought patterns, like I can't do this alone, and what's gonna happen if I go out there and I don't know anyone, what's the unknown gonna be like, but this is all I know. We have a lot of comforts surrounding attachments to people and our identity, and I've been realizing that as well with myself. And I feel like I'm coming into a space now where I'm just like, this is who I am. And this is my God-given identity. This is my spiritual truth. It's not about they're terrible people and I'm the best person ever. It's not about they're not perfect and I'm perfect. It's simply growth in what my life's evolution has brought me to, inside and outside of me. There's been a lot of pain that I have stuffed down because I just wanted to be done with it, and I'm a big feeler. I feel a lot. So don't get me wrong when I say I've stuffed it down. I feel like almost every day. But the way I've been feeling has been more so like attaching and clinging to the pain and getting, comfortable in it, versus allowing myself and me to see how it has forged me and how I've grown through it and how I've elevated through it and how I've changed through it. When we get so used to pain and trauma and drama, we can cling to that as a space of comfort, as a space of, I need this to be whole. I need this to tell myself the story of what they did to me, and I need it to remember, and I need it to never let it happen again, and I need it to not hurt again. But the truth is, like, what I really need is a perspective shift. That's what I really needed, right? To see it from a different lens. That's what you need. To see it from a different lens, not from a lens of, this hurt me and they did that to me and I'm a victim, right? And that's something we have to work through, that victim mentality, that everyone against me mentality, and rather see it as, this forged me. That betrayal forged me. It brought me to my knees, and then it told me who I really am. It reminded me. And that's the truth that I sit in here today, where I'm just like, it hurt, yes. But it also forged me. It brought me to this moment. It helped me so much. In the moment, it didn't feel like that. In the moments, it hasn't felt like that. But hindsight, bigger picture, it's like, oh, God was always protecting me. God was always on my side. God always had my back. God was always preparing me for this spot, to be this person, to speak this truth, to be this way. And a lot of people, ex-friends, ex-lovers, my family, they didn't want me to see this truth about me, to step into this light. And, I've been kind of suppressing more of my anger and my visceral sadness and depth. I've been silencing my voice in certain aspects, not completely saying how I feel or what's true for me, because I'm trying to protect everyone, and I'm trying to keep the peace, and I'm trying to be good, and I'm trying to, just let it go, trying to be the bigger person. But honestly, I can still be the bigger person and speak my truth. Be honest with myself. Be who I am. Embody who I am. And so there's a lot of rewiring of the roots that's happening for me, and that may be happening for you at this time as well. I made a video a couple months ago, and I was saying the same thing, like, a lot's changing for me. I'm realizing a lot, and that's still happening. I feel like I changed so much. Like, I'm not the same person I was yesterday or last week. So it's a very fluid experience and a very non-linear experience. I've realized that, like, I can be very strong and bright and light, and I can show those aspects of me effortlessly. But the more sad, angry, emotional sides of me, I kind of don't as easily express, even the more vulnerable, in a sense. because I've been taught to kind of handle everything alone, especially emotionally, mentally, spiritually, psychologically. As I've mentioned, I've always been left alone in those spaces. So when I'm struggling, I don't think to reach out or make a video and ask for support or share what's really on my heart or what I'm quietly struggling with. Instead, I just struggle with it quietly. I talk to God, which is great. It's beautiful to do that. Preferred, it's recommended, But at a point, it's also like, I need people, I need community, and I deserve to belong somewhere and be part of a community. Create that community, but be part of it and belong and connect to real people. And in the past, those relationships that have hurt me and that have failed me and have lacked care and consideration for me have made me feel like I don't deserve that. Like I should just silence myself. Like I should not speak my truth. Like I should just hide. Like I should just resist my growth and stay where I am. In safety and familiarity and comfort. But that's changing for me. My level of comfort, my level of safety. My loyalties even, and that's a big part. We have these subconscious loyalties to family and to friendship and to the past and to keeping the peace and to not being your most authentic self because, we're liked and we're loved, and we've been taught that we're liked and we're loved when we're smaller, when we shrink. And I've seen that. When I show up vulnerably in my truth and my sadness and my anger, I'm judged. I've been judged. I've been rejected. I've been pushed away. I've been denied. I've been abandoned. I've been hurt, left for dead. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, psychologically. So when I'm attached to these things as an identity, as a wiring, it's not as easy to just snap out of it and be who you are and accept that you've changed. It's a process. Everything's a process. It's all a process. And I've been processing. And now I'm at a point where it's like, I need support. I need help. I need to be heard. I need to be loved. I need to be seen. I need to be connected to, related to. In my story, in my life, in my reality, in my truth, and who I am, and what I believe, and what I think. It's like I need a place to share the shame that I've kept a secret. I've been so ostracized, as I talked about in a different video, for being different. I think different. I am different. I flow different. I live different. And the people that I've been around, family, friends, ex-lovers, they don't see that as a great thing or a good thing. They've seen it as a threat. They've seen it as a point of tension. They've seen it as a point of, oh no, you can't surpass me. Oh no, don't leave me. I'm going to tear you down. Oh no, you're wrong. That's bad. This is wrong. Don't tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you're trying to be malicious. You're trying to be nasty. Just distorting my perception of myself. And that's been another thing, my perception of myself. And when you can't really see yourself clearly, it's hard to continuously put yourself out there, because putting yourself out there is shadow work. You're not just putting out content or energy or videos into the abyss. No, like you're actually like creating and putting it out for the world to see. When you go live, you're going live for people to see you, for people to talk to you. So putting yourself out there is shadow work. It's not just like, okay, I'm just going to do this and do that and do this. That's part of it. But the other part of it is that it is shadow work. And it's going to cause you to have to look at those childhood wounds. Look at the roots. Where did this come from? Why do I think like this? Why can't I let this go? And I'm very individualistic. I'm very different. But in that same right again, I still need people. I still need somebody to hold me when I've been the one to hold others. And when you're so used to that position, you build an identity around being the giver. I built an identity around being the giver. So even then, I'm learning to receive. It's not easy for me to receive. This past weekend I went to the club and I was dancing with someone. She appeared out of nowhere and we were dancing, vibing, and I think she was about to leave. And she gave me money. She was trying to give me money. And she was like, "But here, take this and get a drink or whatever." Like, she pulled it out and I was like, "What is this?" And she was like, "Oh, take it to get a drink or whatever." Drink or something. Like, I was lit, so I didn't completely hear her, but I did hear her say a drink or something. And I was like, no. But then part of me was like, I kind of want to take it though. But no, that would be wrong. That would be bad. That's immediately what I went to, right? But then the next day I saw my mom give one of her friends / my aunt's friends money. And I got salty because I'm like, well, she doesn't give me money for no reason. But then I thought, wait, didn't somebody try to give me money last night at the club? Yeah. So then why did I say no if I actually do want money? And then I had to think about what I equate people giving to me freely as. Do I equate it with guilt and it being bad and I have to work so hard and do all this and do all that to be given to? Or do I equate it with ease and flow and my natural essence and value? Yes, I deserve to be given money to buy a drink or do whatever because I just do. Why not? That person saw me as valuable enough to give it to me, as a good experience enough to give it to me. So why couldn't I accept it? And that was on me. And so again, it's that shadow work of, I'm learning to receive and I'm learning to give and be more balanced in my energy. I've overgiven emotionally, spiritually, mentally, psychologically. I would and have given the clothes off my back. Like, I would give my last, truly. Like, I'm so generous. And I think that's what I've not been acknowledging about my forward movement. I feel like I wasn't and I haven't been able to move forward because I've been so stuck on the pain and the hurt and the sadness and the grief. But what about the anger? What about the frustration? What about my boundaries that are born and bred from this anger if I allow myself to acknowledge it? Because then I see, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna move on. Oh hell yeah, I don't want people like that in my life. Oh hell yeah, I deserve more. Oh hell yeah, that was wrong. And I find that voice, right? That strength and power in that vulnerability of, yes, it hurt me, and I've had this safety in sadness and in pain, not in empowerment and forward movement and true strength. But I do feel like that's coming into me. And there's like a path that's opening up for me every single day. And I'm finding my way and I'm taking steps and I'm walking and I can't see the picture and I don't know what's going to happen and I don't know all the answers. But all I know is this is my path. I am healing. I am becoming. I am remembering. And this is my life now. And I love my spiritual life, but my spirituality. I love it a lot. But because it's different, it's not rigid, it's not patriarchal, it's not what society tells you, there's no blueprint, I am the blueprint. There's a lot of opposition and resistance inside and outside. And that's what I've recognized too. Inner conflict reflects outer conflict. So the conflict that I'm having inside of me is reflected outside of me. Do people not giving to me, ignoring me, not recognizing me, not believing in me, not acknowledging me, not validating me, not seeing me? because I haven't been seeing me. I haven't been validating me. I have, but then I step back. I do, but then I don't. And so it's like a choice point. It's a crossroads. I'm really grateful for everything I've experienced. But damn, it's been a wild ride that nobody told me I would be on until it started happening. And even then, like I said, I don't know the full picture. I've never known the full picture since 5 years ago. But I've just kept walking, and I've kept going. And I've learned and earned my resilience, and I've been forged, and I was talking about this in prayer last night, I've been forged through the fire. I've walked through the fire. My path is different, yes, but it's not wrong. My level of success right now is different, yes, but it's not wrong or invalid. My life is different, yes, but it's not wrong or shameful or bad, and that's a whole other thing, right? We subconsciously equate a certain lifestyle as right and good and better, and then another lifestyle is bad and shameful. But truly, you can change your beliefs. You can become a new person. Your existence is not set in stone. And that's what I'm realizing, and that's the work I've been doing. So, if you're seeing me for the first time, welcome. And if you're not, nice to see you again. Thank you for rocking with me, and thank you for watching this video. I really want to create a community, and I don't exactly know how or what that necessarily looks like in this moment to perfection. But I know I want to support and be supported, love and be loved, hold and be held. I don't want to be the type of leader or guide that just gives and gives and gives, and I don't listen to feedback, and I don't, have conversations or connect, or, it's kind of like this hierarchy of I'm the teacher and you're the student. No, I'm the teacher and the student. I don't want to just put all this energy out and not get anything back. I want to actually connect with people in community and have conversations. Genuine bonds and connections matter to me. And that's what I want. That's what I desire. There's a lot of things I desire, but and so thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, and you're a real one. Until next time.